Hi, I'm Lam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm here to tell you all you need to know about the new Colourpop Wild Child eyeshadow palette versus Going Coconut, the classic neutral palette from Colourpop. It is a double review. There was a sale, okay? Listen, I wasn't gonna buy two palettes at the same time, but these palettes supposedly will retail for 14 US dollars each, but because there was a 25% or maybe even 30% sale, they were only like $9 or something each. That's why I snatched them both. And I don't know which one to review first. So today is just going to be a first impression and kind of a comparison between these two palettes. And then if you want me to do separate videos dedicated to each of these, let me know in the comment section below. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel, because in this channel I talk a lot about makeup, skincare, and sometimes I talk about fragrances too, because we love all things beauty in this channel. And if you are my returning subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me all this time. Let's do Wild Child first. It's newer, kind of neutral palette from Colourpop range, and it's supposed to be medium and deep skin tone friendly. So I was very excited about that. I love the detail on the packaging, and you can have all the shades. And wait, there is also the shade names inside the palette. In the Wild Child palette, you have 4 mattes, 3 shimmers, 1 glitter infused matte, and a glitter shade. So these 4 shades in the 4 corners are matte, 3 shimmer or metallic, 1 glitter infused matte, and 1 pressed glitter. I like that you have several different formulas. You have a lot of texture to play with. The color range is truly medium to dark. There's no super light shades here, but I like that because we already have 1,000 other light to light medium eyeshadow palettes out there, so it's very nice to see a change. Oh, there's also a mirror which will peel off the peel together. This is the kind of close mechanism, and you can see how it's really not very secure at all. That's the only thing, but I'm pretty sure it will be safe because I keep my palettes very carefully and I put them like up like this together, so I think it will be fine. We have the Going Coconut palette, which is the classic. This is probably the best selling palette from Colourpop. Opening it up, it's the same thing except it's actually secure, so you will have to like use your strength to open it up. And inside we have these beautiful colors, and they also have the names on here, and on the back there's also a mirror. There are also 9 shades. There are only 3 different formulas though. We have, this is quite a creamy matte, I think, so it's technically not a traditional matte. These 2 shades and these 3 shades are the matte shades. And we have the 3 metallic in the middle row, and then we have 1 glitter infused matte. Let me know in the comment section below, please, how you use this kind of pressed glitter formula and the glitter infused matte, because I don't know how to use them and I'm about to try them out, so there'll probably be a mess and you'll have to forgive me for it. In the Wild Child palette, you can only see medium to deep shades. This one has a nice range from light to deep. You have 3 different directions to go for transition shades, and that makes it very versatile. They are not the same. There are some similar shades which we will swatch later side by side. So I'm speaking here as a medium olive skin tone. Okay, on my skin tone, I do have 3 directions to go for transition. There is this like beigey basic transition shade, and there's a little bit of an orangey shade here, and then a reddish kind of burgundy, I think, leaning kind of shade, which is nice. But For these two, I just have to go a little bit more light-handed if I don't want it to go crazy. I'm just going to go for this Wild Child palette first. Spotted, Fierce, and Ground Crew. I'm so excited. I haven't used Colourpop eyeshadows in a long time, and they feel really nice, to be honest. The matte feels very creamy and the metallic feels even creamier. I'm also going to compare the two formulas in these two palettes. Okay, so the metallics shade is a little bit flaky, which reminds me of Natasha Denona. Actually, all of these shades remind me of Natasha Denona formula, like how they feel. Impressed. The second row, we have Close Up, Lashes, and Grassland. They're gorgeous. These shades are absolutely stunning so far. Lastly, we have Hard to Get, Icon, and Feisty. Yeah, it's Swatch a little bit less creamy than the other matte in the palette, but there we go. It's still, oh my god, this palette has some depth. Miss Going Coconut. Let's see if I will go coconut over this formula or not. And the first row, we have Shredded, Palm Reader, and Colada. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Okay, so this middle shade right here doesn't have the best pigmentation. Lovely Bunch, Cocoa Crush, and Shell Yeah. The metallic shades feel like they have the same formula, and so I think so does the matte. You see how flaky that is? That reminds me so much of Natasha Denona metallic. Then last but not least, we have Get Cracking, That Cocoa, and Nutty. So Nutty feels more creamy than the deepest shade in the other palettes. Yeah, so this is Going Coconut. This is Wild Child. The matte are pretty creamy and a little bit goes a long way. They're very buttery in general. Some of them, especially the darker matte, are a little drier, but that's understandable as long as they are not difficult to blend or anything like that, then we could totally work with them. And the metallic shades are very flaky. They're creamy to the touch. They're a little bit flaky, which is kind of standard. I do see a lot of other eyeshadow palettes within this color range, but the Going Coconut, I'm not so sure. Now let's zoom you in. I will show you a quick tutorial, I guess. I'm not the best at eyeshadow, but I will show you how I use these eyeshadow palettes, and I'm probably gonna use the Going Coconut on this eye and the Wild Child on the other eye. And then we'll move on to the final thoughts. But first, let's peel this together. ASMR begins. Hello, Angel. this is the finished look. On this eye, I am using the Going Coconut palette, and I try to do a very soft, everyday glam. And on the other eye, I try to see how deep this Wild Child palette can go. So I did a very fun, glittery party kind of look. First of all, let's talk about the Going Coconut side. Glitter infused matte shade, and I tried to use that as a test to put it on my crease and blend it out like a transition shade, and it made a total mess. Can you see all of that glitter? Oh my god, this side is so much better, even though I use like a very intense glittery shade and all of that, and very pigmented colors. It doesn't do as bad as this side, and that was a mistake. So please let me know how to use this shade or this kind of shade correctly, because I am clueless. But beside that, the colors, I didn't use all of them obviously, but the colors that I use are very soft, a little bit leaning cool tone in my warm skin tone. I need to add more depth into it, and then I made it work, but even the darkest shade in this palette are not that dark. So this is a more light to medium skin tone friendly palette for sure, and it's a very neutral palette. Even this shade, it looks very poppy in the pan, but on the inner corner it's almost like just a soft shimmer. This shade though is pretty nice. It does pack a punch. This eye, however, is stunning. Oh my god. Even though I never used this pressed glitter formula before, I found it very easy to use. Basically, the key is to just press your brush or press your finger in lightly. Don't swirl too much. You just need a light layer, enough to cover your skin, the skin of your fingertip, and then you press it. It will stick, but if you're trying to swirl it in and like glide it on, it will fall. That's kind of how I felt. So I did the very lightly tap and I layer it slowly, and it's very nice. It does have a little bit of the glitter fallout too though. Do your eye makeup before your face makeup, or maybe lay a glitter glue on your eyelid first before you press the glitter on. Very deep skin tone friendly, very creamy, pigmented. The formulas are kind of similar in both palettes, but just the color choices, I like this one much better. Even though it's just kind of like a velvet shade, it's not really a metallic. On the eye, it's really nice, and I bet you can use this kind of formula to blend it in the crease as a transition shade and it wouldn't create a problem. Also, with the pressed glitter, I know some people don't like it because it's kind of sharp for your eye, but I didn't find it irritating. If you are sensitive to that, be careful using this pressed glitter, and use a glitter glue so that it stay in put and it doesn't fall into your eyes throughout the day. This palette reminds me a lot of a few other palettes that I have in my collection. The first thing it reminds me of is this limited edition Skin Deep palette from NARS. There are definitely similarities. The next palette is Bronze from Natasha Denona. Again, very bronzy, medium, deep skin tone friendly. It has some purple, some red, some orangey, some bronzes. And finally, the queen of all palettes, Soft Glam from ABH. Again, there are very similar shades. Not like exact dupes formula-wise, but they are comparable in terms of how blendable they are, how easy they are to work with. I think it's very comparable to more luxurious brands out there. Let me know in the comment section below, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Wild Child? Do you prefer the classic Going Coconut? And let me know what other video you want to see me do next, and how do I improve my quality of my video. Let me know also. I hope you have a wonderful day.